memberships and sit out the election?
Yes, that's a distinct possibility, Michael. I've certainly heard quite a large number of people indicate that they will be considering that. Whether they do, of course, is a decision for them, and as I said earlier, that's very much so their decision.
Warren Mundine is, of course, not a local, somebody from well away from the seat of Gillmore, emerging as the Liberal Party candidate.
You know, it's one thing about country people. They're very proud. They take the knocks. They don't mind being ignored. Generally, I don't think they'll take to it very well at all. They're pretty proud of people that stand up for them. They're Australian, as Australians are. They like giving someone a fair go. And in this case, I don't think they'll see it as giving someone a fair go. And whilst I wish Mr. Mundine all the very best, I think he's got quite a battle on his hands.
And how do you rate your chances now representing or seeking to represent Gillmore as an independent MP?
Oh, look, there's no doubt. I described myself yesterday as the underdog's underdog. I've got an enormous battle. We've got enormous resources being poured into the Labor Party. Of course, the Liberal Party appears by all accounts to still run an independent. They'll obviously resource that independent as well. I'm still putting together a team in an independent at this stage. It wasn't something, while we considered it and planned for it, we hadn't taken it to the point of implementing that plan of responding.
Politics, Grant Schultz, as you know, is a brutal business. Your dad, Albie, who I knew from my days covering New South Wales politics, he also represented the seat of Hume. Politics can be a brutal business, and you've, let's be honest, played politics pretty hard. You nominated against the sitting member, Ansett Marlis, trying to wrest the Liberal Party nomination away from her. And we had this yesterday from the New South Wales Liberal Party President, Philip Ruddock, the former Howard Government Minister, who says that the decision not to endorse you was because you, Grant Schultz, nominated against a sitting member.
Yeah, the branches, I don't think would agree with Mr. Ruddock on that note. I note the comments by Mr. Ruddock. Mr. Ruddock perhaps should have listened to the branches. I was voted in by the branches in a democratic process, in a secret ballot, 40-9.
You didn't seek to undermine Ansett Marlis at all during that process?
No, absolutely not.
Because she has, as we all know, accused members of the New South Wales Liberal Party, she hasn't named them, of bullying her. What do you know about that?
Yes, I've heard that, and no, she wasn't referencing me. Her speech to Parliament, she simply said that, I think it was words to the effect that Andrew Guile had encouraged me to nominate against her, so that was the limit of my reference.
OK, now the Liberal Party holds Gillmore by a margin of less than 1%. I also note Shelley Hancock, who is represents a local state seat there. She also happens to be the Speaker in the New South Wales Legislative Assembly. She says, echoing your thoughts, Grant Schultz, that it's one of the darkest days for the Liberal Party. It's appalling. So do you agree? And let's of course take into account your feelings here, that the Liberal Party has essentially lost this seat as a result of what we saw yesterday.
Well, we won't know until polling day whether they've lost the seat or who has won the seat. Let's be under no illusions about that. It's the poll is potentially around 4 months away, in May, mid to early May. But going to your comment, look, I made that comment absolutely, and as did Shelley. And Shelley's a great representative of her electorate of South Coast. My anger arose, as I've said, out of the dismissal of the will of both the members of this party and the people of Gillmore. And from the outset, as you rightly said, I pre-selected against Anne, the sitting member. I did so to give the people of Gillmore an opportunity and a choice.
OK, Grant Schultz, now the independent candidate for the seat of Gillmore. Thank you so much for joining us on News Breakfast this morning.
Thank you, Michael.
Grant Schultz saying that people, especially in the country, will not accept someone being parachuted in who isn't a local resident. We're looking for your thoughts on that, whether you as a voter would like someone who's a local, or whether it even matters in this day and age when we're all connected in some way or another on the internet and social media. Does it really matter if someone's spent their entire life in your electorate or not before nominating?
Yeah, so there's that issue we'd like to get your views on as well. We also know that so-called star candidates have had a mixed history in Australian politics. Some have succeeded, some star candidates have failed spectacularly. The star power hasn't rubbed off in terms of success in politics. So we'd like to get your views on whether star/celebrity candidates like Warren Mundine work in Australian politics. You can get in touch with us via the usual channels. Now, the former